Good morning, dear students. This is Kiran Kumar Velmula, Assistant Professor of Physics, Sri Rajarajeshwara Degree College, Karimnagar. Today, we are discussing about common base and common emitter configurations, circuit construction, and working of those common base and common emitter configuration circuits. As already we discussed in the previous videos, every transistor has three common configurations. Because transistor has three terminals, but four terminals are required to connect the transistor in the electronic circuit. One terminal is deficient to connect the transistor in the electronic circuit. To overcome that defect, we are taking any one of these three terminals. We are connecting any one of terminal as common in the input circuit as well as in the output circuit, whatever may be the type of transistor. So if base terminal is connected in the input circuit as well as in the output circuit, then that configuration is known as common base configuration. If the emitter circuit is connected in input circuit as well as output circuit, then that configuration is known as common emitter circuit. Similarly, if collector is connected in the input circuit as well as output circuit, then that configuration is known as common collector configuration. So these are the fundamentals, but in this video we are explaining the construction and working of common base as well as common emitter with static characteristics of a transistor. But what are the static characteristics? That is nothing but voltage and current in the input as well as output are known as static characteristics of a given transistor, given configuration of the transistor. First of all, we are assuming common base configuration circuit here. This is transistor connected in the circuit. So this is nothing but NPN transistor. How can we recognize this is NPN? Because on the basis of conventional direction of the current or on the basis of connecting in the circuit is known as, on the basis of that one only we are recognizing the type of transistor. Here the conventional current direction is away from the base to the emitter, so this is nothing but NPN transistor. Or the second method to recognize it, here always emitter base junction is in forward bias or input circuit is always in forward bias. So therefore emitter is connected to the terminal of the battery. So in this diagram it is connected to negative terminal and base is connected to positive terminal. Therefore it must be a negative, then only, or n type, then only it is possible. Therefore it is NPN transistor. So here NPN transistor is connected in the common base configuration because base is connected into input circuit as well as the same base is connected in the output circuit. We are giving in the input here and we are taking the output here. So therefore this configuration is common base. Already as we discussed in the previous class. So now I am explaining the construction of the circuit of common base here. The NPN transistor is connected in the electronic circuit in the common base. Here emitter is connected to VEE. VEE means emitter base junction or input circuit is operated by VEE. Similarly, VEB is the battery. So A is nothing but ammeter to measure the current. Here VE is emitter voltage and IE is emitter current in the input circuit. So one rheostat is arranged in series with the battery and voltmeter and as well as ammeter. The voltmeter is exactly parallel in the input circuit because voltmeter is always connected in the parallel direction in electronic circuit. Similarly, ammeter is used to measure the current. This ammeter is always connected in series. So if you come to output circuit, the output is taken between base and collector. The collector current is measured by this ammeter. This ammeter is connected in the series with other. VCB is in parallel to the transistor and the output is maintained by VCC. So here one rheostat is arranged. The rheostats are used to change the voltage or keep the voltage as constant by using these rheostats. So here this is the construction part. Now if you come to working part, here in order to measure VEE, initially we are operating this VEE and VI characteristics curve in the input is represented by VEB versus IE at constant VCB. So in order to keep this VCB as constant, we are using this rheostat and we are keeping the VCB values are constant and we are varying the potentials between base and emitter by using these first rheostats, and the current can be measured and the current will be noted down. So these values give the input. Suppose if you take this one, the IC current is coming out and this can be given to the circuit. So in this case, if you want to draw the output characteristic curve, we have to take VCB as variable, or we are changing this VCB with the help of this rheostat, and the current can be noted by keeping IE as constant by using this rheostat. So this is the construction and working of CB at a common base NPN configuration circuit. Here if you come to the graph, so this graph represents only the input curve. On y-axis we are taking VBE. That means VBE is nothing but the voltage between base and emitter, because this is input voltage and IE is input current which is passing through the emitter. We are taking VBE on x-axis and IE on y-axis. If you plot a graph, we are getting like this, and that means exponentially increasing. From here there is up to here there is no current. So this is nothing but threshold voltage. So if you take more number of reading, and the practical can be repeated for different values, you are getting different values. VCB1 is the first curve, VCB2 is the second curve, VCB3 is the third curve, like that, because VCB is nothing but the voltage kept constant in the output while drawing input curve between VBE versus IE. So in this case, voltage is always greater than first voltage. That means we are getting more number of course by repeating the experiment in more number of times. This is nothing but the input VI characteristic curve of common base configuration. So now we are discussing about the output curve. We are discussing about output curve of common base configuration. How can we in the output curve we are taking the value of VCB on OX axis and IC on OY axis by changing rheostat 2 in the output circuit. VCB is nothing but voltage in the outputs. Similarly, IC is nothing but current in the output. We are taking VI characteristic curve. Actually, this is common base. Here it represents common base. We are taking the voltage between base and collector and versus the current in the collector, because we are taking output between the terminals of base and collector. Therefore, in order to draw the output characteristics, we are taking VCB versus IC by keeping IE as constant by using RH1. So first curve represents the output VI characteristic curve when we are taking the first taking. Similarly, the experiment is repeated for more number of times, we are getting more number of curves. So this region is known as saturation region. So this represents output characteristics curve. Always IE3 current 3 is greater than 2, greater than 1. So this is the explanation of output VI characteristics of common base configuration. Similarly, now as we discussed the common emitter configuration, in this case here common emitter is nothing but the emitter terminal is common to input as well as output, then the terminal configuration is known as common configuration. Now we are connecting this transistor in common emitter configuration modes. Here also the transistor is NPN. As we discussed in the previous, the recognition of the type of transistor is depending on the conventional direction of the current or the input connection to the battery. So if we take here this red arrow mark represents the conventional direction of the current is away from the base. So in the case of NPN transistor only, the current direction is away from the base. This is one method, and the second method is this emitter is connected to negative terminal, so it represents NPN transistor. This NPN transistor's emitter is connected to the battery, and one microammeter is connected in series with the transistor, and voltmeter is connected in parallel because it is always in parallel direction. Here VBE, this is common emitter configuration. So input is given between emitter and base, and this IB is base current, IE is emitter current here. So this is the rheostat to vary or keep the values of voltage and current constantly in the circuits. That means in output as well as output. So if you come to outputs, here milliammeter and voltmeter are arranged with emitter and collector because the output is taken between collector and emitter in the common emitter configuration. So milliammeter is connected in series and the voltmeter is always connected in parallel. This rheostat is arranged in the circuit to vary the values of voltage as well as current. So this is connected to, this is energy sources, VCC, VBB is the energy sources here, because common collector and base voltage, this is input or this is output, batteries to operate the electronic circuits. So similarly, if we discuss the input Vi characteristic curve of common emitter configuration. Here we are taking emitter basis forward bias, so forward bias acts as input, therefore input Vi characteristic curve is drawn between voltage and current. That voltage is VBE and the current is IB. By keeping VCE, voltage in the output circuit, kept constant, because we are taking emitter collector is treated as output voltage, therefore with the rheostat 2 we are keeping VCE as constant value, and we are changing the VBE value with the first rheostat. When the voltage is increasing, V is directly proportional to I, therefore current is increasing, so that current can be noted down. So for first reading we are getting the value of first curve, for the second reading we are getting second curve. The VE2 must be greater than VCE1, because if we repeat the number of times, we are varying the voltage, we are starting from minimum to maximum value. So therefore naturally VE2 is greater than VCE1, because in the case of input we are applying in terms of microamp, but we are getting the value of current in the output circuit as milliamp. That means the current is increasing gradually. This is the input VA characteristic curve of common emitter circuit. As well as if we discuss output voltage characteristic curve of common emitter configuration, similarly we are taking VCE on x-axis and ICE is on y-axis. By keeping IB as constant value in the input circuit by using rheostat 1, we are changing the value of VCE with rheostat 2. The current is increasing, we are taking VCE values on x-axis and IC values on y-axis. If we plot a graph, we are getting different IB values for different VI curves. So this region is known as the active region and this region is known as saturation region. So this is the explanation of output VI characteristics curve in common emitter configuration. So by observing these graphs we can explain the input as well as output circuits of common emitter as well as common base, as we discussed in previous. Thank you.